Hello, Canterbury. And less than an hour on the train from London. Not bad. First task of the day, get a snap of Canterbury Cathedral. On for the album. And what do we have here? It's Lanfranc, one of the uni halls of residence, bang in the centre of Canterbury. Wow, some amazing buildings. Pretty cool. Cafes? Check. Student nights? Check. Friendly locals? Let's see. Very friendly. Okay, now to find the main campus. These two must be the students that are going to give me a campus tour. Let's go! Plenty of books. You crazy guys. Campus cafe. Daily wrap and coffee fix. Handy. So this is what a lecture at Canterbury would be like. La la la. Oh dear. Are you sure? Okay, touch head, swivel. I'm actually performing. I'm a pro. The next Spielberg. What do you reckon, crew? Here's the science bit. A slice here, a snip there, and voila! A prime cut of fish. This is a million miles away from my local library. Such a nice space. Free laptops for all! Oh, okay, not a freebie, but very useful. So this is iZone, the place where a student can get help with everything or anything. The international office. Looks like a pretty useful stop-off for those new to the UK. Finally, some lunch. I could definitely imagine hanging out here with my newfound friends. To me, thwack! Maybe next time. I'm told this move is the Mermaid. Very tranquil. What a great place. If you've been listening into my thoughts throughout this video, then now's the time for you to take control. In a couple of seconds, try dragging your cursor around the screen for a totally immersive experience.
Wow, it was really good video. Thank you for watching this video. Welcome to everyone. Today's live session. Today we're having with us Mr. Muhammad Ali, who is the Associate Director of Recruitment in the UK, and he's representing Canterbury Christ Church University. So thank you for joining with us, Ali. How are you today?
Alhamdulillah, all good, thank you, and good afternoon to everybody in Bangladesh. Hope you're all well, and especially during this month when it's Ramadan and you're all fasting. Hope you're finding it well. But yes, alhamdulillah, I'm all good, and everything's going well here. Thank you.
All right. Thank you again for your time, and I hope this session will be really valuable for the students, all those potential students and offer holders who want to apply in Canterbury Christ Church University for this upcoming September intake. After successfully having a January 2020 intake, now everyone is busy with this 21 September intake. I know, like you was busy and you just take some time from your Sunday. I know it's your off day, but thank you again for your this time. And could you please share for those students, okay? Because like the offer holders and their parents are highly concerned about your university location and campus. Could you please give some idea from your side, please?
Sure. So Canterbury Christ Church University is based in the southeast of the UK. So it's based in Kent, a county called Kent, which is only 50 minutes by train from central London. So it is a short journey into Kent in the southeast. The actual campus of the university, we have two campuses. So our first campus is based in Canterbury city centre itself. And then our second campus is based in Medway itself. So Medway offers more of the sort of medical related courses such as midwifery, psychology, and etc. But Canterbury campus hosts most of the courses itself. So again, It's 50 minutes from London, southeast. And the great thing is in terms of Bangladeshi students. So Kent is home to thousands of Bangladeshi communities. There is a big community of Bangladeshis based in Kent. Myself, I'm originally from Bangladesh, and I've got family in Kent as well. So I know the area really, really well. So it's a great location. It's called the Garden of England, purely because of the location, the greenery, and the cathedral itself. So the Canterbury Cathedral is the home of the Church of England, and that's why it's called Canterbury Christ Church University, because the Pope, I'm not sure if you saw the funeral of the Duke of Edinburgh yesterday, but the Pope of Canterbury was there, and he sits in Canterbury Cathedral, and it's one of the it is the place that all students will get to graduate as well, in the cathedral. So it is a sort of once in a lifetime opportunity as well. But it's a fantastic location with lots of jobs available. It's got all of the main high street retailers. It's got a lot of coffee shops. It's got a lot of bars and etc. So when you socialize in the evening with your friends and all of that sort of stuff, so there's plenty to do.
Wow, I think it's a really really good explanation for all those students. And like some students, they are really wondering about their food and restaurants next to the university. So like some us as a Muslim background country, parents are concerned about like sometimes like halal foods and restaurants. So could you please share some experience as you are based on over there as well?
Yes, so in terms of Canterbury, there's plenty of halal restaurants, whether that's Bangladeshi restaurants, Indian restaurants. There are a lot of Middle Eastern restaurants in Canterbury as well. Halal food isn't hard to come by, so that's absolutely no issues in terms of the city itself. Plenty of options. As I said. There's a big Bangladeshi community in Canterbury, in Kent itself. So in terms of halal food, no issues at all. Not just halal food. So if you look at mosques, there's mosques in Canterbury. We have a multi-faith centre at the university as well. We have an Islamic prayer room at the university. So there's a lot of options, and it's not just for the Muslim students. There's multi faith prayer rooms for Christians, for Muslims, for Hindus, for all different cultures and backgrounds.
Wow, which is really good. So students should have a like multicultural environment over there, which will give them a good experience. And coming back from this option, I'm just going to like your course modules, and you guys offering like more than 200 courses for master's, bachelor, and foundation. So would you please tell us like some popular course which is like most of the Bengali students or South Asian students applied for master's course?
Yeah, sure. So let's start off with the range of courses that we have at different levels, first of all. So first of all, we have our foundation courses. Okay. So our foundation courses, we have two foundation course. We have IFY year, which is a standalone 1 year foundation. And then we have a foundation year that's combined with your bachelor's degree or the degree or the pathway that you choose. So you'll get a 4-year CAS for that actually degree. Now, if you are a student who's academically not met the direct entry requirements, you may go into one of these. And also, if you've not got great English, so for the 1 year for the 1 year pathway program, we accept IELTS as low as 4.5. For the combined one, it's students who have got IELTS 5.5. So there's two sort of options. And then we have our direct bachelor's degree entry, so undergraduate degrees. And then we have our postgraduate degrees. Now, with our UG and PG, we have a whole range of courses. So we offer courses in business, business school, health and life science faculty, engineering faculty, and we offer courses in our art and design faculty. So we do have all four schools that we have UG and PG courses for. Some, as you said, some of the popular courses for students, especially master levels from Bangladesh, is MA Education. It's one of the top courses at Canterbury Christ Church University. In September intake, in January intake, we had a huge response from Bangladesh for MA Education. Most of the teachers at Canterbury Christ Church University are qualified teachers or have done a course or a degree to become a teacher. So it's a great university. I believe it's in the top 10 for teaching excellence as well. So the quality and the standards is fantastic. You've got other courses such as the MBA International, which has been very popular. We do international business, LLM. We do LLM on its own, LLM with international and business, which is starting to really become popular in Bangladesh. And we do our undergraduate programs as well. So programs that have been popular, stuff like accounting and finance, business management, BEng engineering, which is a 4-year degree. We've had interest in art and design because art and design is, I think, it's a subject area that's really increasing in Bangladesh, especially around the Dhaka region and etc., with students looking outside of the norm of just business and engineering. So there's plenty of courses that we do offer, and as you said, it's more than 150 courses that we do offer at Canterbury Christ Church University.
Yeah, thanks for the all explanation for your foundation and year 1 course, especially because like sometimes we having some students, because due to this pandemic, some students even though can't sit for IELTS with their preparation, because like most of the IELTS center was closed. So in that case, like if any students like missing their IELTS entry requirements for a bit low, like their entry requirements is 6, no less than 5.5, but they're having like 5 in one component. On that case, like, do you offer an internal English test, or you guys preferring for PSC course for those students?
So there's two options. It depends on the students and their circumstances. So we do offer our internal English test, which is the password test. Okay. It's very similar to the IELTS test, where they do the components: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. It's only £50 to book the test, and we can have it booked within 3 working days. So between 5 to 8 working days, you'll have your test booked and the results back to you. But if there is an urgency, we can all have it done all within a week, because we at Global University System do the test ourselves. So yes, we do. But hey, look, if a student wants to study pre-sessional English and they feel more comfortable down that route, for a student who's only 0.5 band out, they would only need 6 weeks pre-sessional English course. But we do offer 10 weeks pre-sessional English course as well. Yeah.
All right. And there is the students, they asking question regarding like how many subjects are required for A levels for direct entry in undergraduate course, and what should be the grade in the subjects?
So for undergraduates, we require 4 to 5 O levels, first of all. So you've got to do your O levels. And then we look at grades 3 grades at BTC. If you've done 2, we would look at your application and have a look and see what we can do. I mean, if you've got 2 grades and you've got 2 Bs or 2 As, you might meet the tariff points to get in for direct entry. But if you've got lower grades, then please still send us the application. Let us have a look at it, because we might be able to offer you one of the foundation courses to study on. Another good thing is if you've done O-levels and you've got an A to C in your English, we would waive your English, so you wouldn't need an IELTS either. But it's normally 4 to 5 O-levels, and then normally 2 to 3 A-levels, depending on your grades.
Okay, Samir, I think you get your answer. So if you still having some question in your mind, please feel free to contact with any of our counselor, our admission officer. Their number is provided below on this link, and so you can keep in touch with them, and they will guide you. Moving forward to this question, Oliver, I'm going to ask you like the entry requirements. Okay, the entry requirements for master's course. What is their academic requirements and what is their IELTS requirements in order to get admitted?
Sure. So for masters, the academic requirement is 2.7 CGPA, and that's from a 4-year degree. Okay. And then for the IELTS requirements, it's 6.0 overall, no less than 5.5. But if you have less than 5.5, as I said earlier, and we discussed with yourself, you can do an IELTS again, or you can do your password, our internal English exam, the password test, or you can come and join us on our pre-sessional English course.
There is other options. There is options. So students, if you are missing little bit of IELTS, don't need to be worried about that. So I think like you can easily catch up with this password test. It's very easy. Easy means like it's very affordable and very time saving as well. It's only 7 to 8 days you'll get your result, and only £50 is nearly 5,000 taka. So you can sit for again your password test, and which is really good option for I think those students. Moving forward to this master's requirements, like some students, they're having like pass course, like 3 years course in Bangladesh. So in that case, for those students, do you have any course like pre-masters or any kinds of short course that could add a like grace between it?
No, we don't have any shorter courses for it. But the students who've studied at 3 years degrees, what I'd ask them to look at is maybe applying for a 3rd year entry into a bachelor's degree. So we do offer advanced entry into most of our courses, apart from the health and life science. That's due to accreditations. But for example, if they want to do business management and they've done a 3-year degree, we can assess that and see if we can offer advanced entry into year 3, which would mean that they would come into the UK, they would do the final year, they would get a UK qualified bachelor's degree. Then they would technically have 2 years as a post-study work visa, so they can stay in the UK and study and then go on to their master's degree. Yeah. So it's there's plenty of options. So I totally agree. It's a good option. Come and do your final year. You have 2 years to work. Earn that money, and then you can apply to do your masters again.
Exactly. They can get like for only 1 year course, they will get Canterbury Christ Church University certificate. Like they will be eligible for write their CV. Like they completed their bachelor from there.
Yes, absolutely. So the final degree award will be from Canterbury Christ Church University.
So it's saving their money as well. End of the day, like their first 2 years, they don't need to do. So they're saving that money as well.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So great options. Yeah.
Perfect. So for them, is their IELTS requirements also 6, no less than 5.5, and academic result?
Yeah, so IELTS is, again, yes, it's 6.0, no less than 5.5. Again, depending on your
Course module.
course modules and etc. Advanced entry. I mean, we've got many students joining hospitality and tourism from Bangladesh, joining third year entry. A lot of these students in Dhaka have completed H&Ds and etc. Which have most of the models and modules, and as long as the mapping's there, then we can offer them the advanced entry. So yeah, IELTS or password test, and then we can look at the file for the advanced entry.
Perfect. There is a question on a student asking like tuition fees for master's course. Can you please let him know?
Yeah, so our tuition fees are currently, well, they are normally £14,950. All students will receive a scholarship to take all master courses down to £13,000. So whether you're studying, let's say, MA Education, International Business, or an MBA, for international students, all our master level courses are £13,000 for September.
And how about the foundation students? Like tuition fees.
So again, for the 4-year CAS foundation, it's 13,000 with the scholarship and the discounts that's the scholarships and the merit scholarships that's available. That will take it down to £10,000 for September intake, and then the 1-year foundation course is £9,200 for the academic year. So I think in terms of courses and prices, we're very competitive. £13,000 for an MBA is competitive, and for the standard of the degree that the students from Bangladesh will get, it will be fantastic.
Exactly, and especially this the university ranking and the university location, which is like really good for those Bangladeshi students, because like there is a big Bangladeshi community over there as well, so they're not gonna miss Bangladeshi culture, and this is a very good sign of it. So Aliba, I'm just wondering, like some students asking like why I should go to Canterbury University. So would you give them like some specific point which they could consider in order to choose this university, please?
Yeah, look, Canterbury Christ Church University prides itself on student results. It prides itself on student employability. It's in the top 10 in the UK for student employability. So students who are looking to graduate, looking to go into employment and etc. So Canterbury's in the top 10, and that's a fantastic achievement because that shows we've got links with industries. I mean, Canterbury has been last week, Canterbury got voted the number 1 city in the UK for startup businesses. So even though we're going through a pandemic and all of that, students, entrepreneurs who are looking to come study, open their own business and etc., it's a great opportunity. And the level of supports and the links that you'll get. But it's not only that, there's other things as well. So for undergraduate students who are joining Canterbury Christ Church University, we have an option called Study in America, Study in Canada. So we have over partnerships with 20 universities in Canada and America, where our international students will have the option of going over and studying there for 1 year. So we started this program last year where we sent the first batch of students to Florida Polytechnic University. This initiative is being run by the international office as well. So all applications are handled by the international office. And you would need to let us know if this is something that you'd like to take care of. So, for example, you could be doing year 1, year 2 at Canterbury University, going off for the third year to America or Canada, and then coming back for the final year. But there's more sort of initiatives that we run. We've done trips into Spain, we've done trips into Africa. There's a lot of initiatives, but the support that you'll get from the university itself, because it's a hands-on. The university is investing huge amounts of money as well currently. So we've just spent over £65 million on the new STEM science engineering building. That's just opened in February. So students are getting to study in first-class facilities, and the investment in terms of campus, student experience, and etc. is ongoing.
Wow, I believe like it will be really good opportunities for those students who really think about and consider Canterbury for their future study destination. Because like a student who going to Canterbury, they're not gonna just study in Canterbury. Now there is option they can visit any other country like Canada, or second one you said USA.
Yeah, America. So Canada and America are the two options, and they're universities. I mean, from Florida ranging to New York, all over Canada. So it's a great university. You know, if you can come and get your degree from the UK, but then you can go and study 1 year in America or Canada. I mean, adding that on your CV gives you an edge once you graduate as well.
Exactly, and not only the education, but also I'm thinking about their networking. You know, like as soon as students going over those countries, so they will definitely gonna have some network over there. So in this modern era, only the education is not gonna be everything. They should have some networking in order to become a successful after the graduation, get a good job. So they will get these opportunities as well, which is really really impressive. And I don't think like any other university doing this same thing. So a student really could consider this particular option, and which is really good. But do you think like how much a student need to pay extra for that 1 year? Is it like same tuition fees or something more?
Yeah, it's the tuition fees will be very, very similar to what they're paying at Canterbury, so it won't be too much more or much more. So it's you're not going to be left out of pocket or anything. I think what the students really need to look at is the international exposure.
Exactly.
You know, once they graduate, to say, I've studied 3 years in the UK, but I've done 1 year in America or Canada, you know, learning about international studies, how people communicate, socialize, integrate in different sort of communities, because the UK is very different to Canada and the US. But it's a fantastic opportunity.
Exactly. I totally agree with you. And from moving on from this particular point, I'm just going forward to another question. Like, it's very common question from students we always having it. Like, what kind of documents they should need to in order to make their application. Please bear in mind that Bangladesh is still back on lockdown again. So there is a high concern about the students' parents regarding their recently completed HSC students. They haven't received their certificate yet, maximum of them, and reference letter they having always issue because like all institution is closed right now.
Yeah, I totally understand. It's a very difficult situation at the moment of the pandemic and everything in Bangladesh, and it going back into lockdowns. But in terms of academic results, if it's from a college, if they do have the final results but not the final certificate, then we will accept a stamped letter with the results from the college or the university. Must be on letter-headed paper, must be stamped and dated, and must have contact details for the university or college itself. So if they are struggling, then there is that option. In terms of academic references, it is something that we do still require. I mean, a lot of students do have their academic references, or if they're working for mature students, they're getting reference letters from their employees. So, if they can't get the academic, then get the work experience reference letters. But other documents that are very important to us at Canterbury is personal statements. Personal statements is an opportunity for yourself to express why you want to study at the university, why you want to study in the UK. And it's one of the key components that we do look at in the student's application. So please, if you are writing a personal statement, 300 words, it doesn't need to be long. It's about yourself, your aspirations. And I always say in a personal statement, it should be, I know personal statements are written, but you should be expressing yourself in the same way as you're meeting a friend in a coffee shop and you're telling them why you're going to go to the UK, why you're going to come to Canterbury Christ Church University. It should be natural, and it should be about yourself.
Yeah, I believe like this SOP is really a student having an option or opportunity to describe himself, like why university should approve his application, and he can explain like most of the important bit of it, like why he chose Canterbury, why he chose this subject, which modules he really need for his future career perspectives. So in order to approve an application, I think a personal statement or SOP really play a vital role for the students. So students, if you are really want to apply in Canterbury Christ Church and you want some personal statement or SOP writing support, you can call our SOP writing expert from our office. There is the number, or you can drop a text to our social media, so one of our officer can give you some more details how you can write an appropriate SOP in order to get a chance to study in Canterbury Christ Church University. So moving forward to SOP and entry all the documents what the student need to make their application. And there is some students, okay, they want to know about the accommodation facilities university having. So as international students, what types of accommodation facilities university providing to this student space?
Look, we have many options for accommodation in Canterbury. I think there's over 8 to 10 student accommodations that they can choose from, all within a minute's walk to the university to 10 minutes walk to the university. That's in student halls, so you'll be in blocks of 6 to 8 where you do share a social area like a kitchen, etc., but you have your own room, your own bathroom, and etc. And then we have private rented accommodation which are university approved. So for example, if there's 3 of you coming over or 4 of you coming over and you want to rent a house instead of staying in student accommodation, then we have pre-approved houses and landlords that we've vetted and checked backgrounds on. So for example, student accommodation ranges from between £500 to £700, depending on where and what you're going to be looking at. A 3-bedroom house in Canterbury ranges from £450 to £700, maybe slightly higher. So if we, let's say, £600 for a 3-bedroom house, if you've got 3 students, that's £200 each. Most of these houses include bills, council tax bills, internet, and etc. So not only is it a great place to study, but in terms of economically, it's a great place to live and etc. I mean, there's different standards of houses. Some houses will go up to £700-800 for a 3-bedroom house and etc. But even if you're paying £350 per room to rent in a house, I mean, if you look at London, for example, it's £700-800 a room. So that's the second option. And the final option, if you do truly want a British experience, we do have homestay accommodation as well. So homestay accommodation is where we will select a host, a British family based in Canterbury, for you to go and live with during your studies. So you will live with their family, you will live in their house as part of the family. And that's an option. A lot of younger students tend to do that option, but you'll have your meals cooked for you and all that sort of stuff. So another great option. So there's a range of three different options depending on what you want to do, if you're coming over as a group, and your financial circumstances as well.
Yeah, which is a good option. Like student can pay only like 400, 500 or 600 pounds for for a house, which is like really affordable comparing to London. Because as you all knows, like in London, it minimum gonna be 800 pounds right now, or more than that. So as a student's point of view, they could have this affordability, and it will be really save their some extra cost, and they can use it for like their traveling. If they want to travel during the summer vacation, they can go to other European country, like make some social connection with their friends. Moving forward to this question. Yeah,
agree with that. With the international travel as well. Another thing with Canterbury is France is 25 miles from Canterbury. So if you go to the coast in Dover or parts of the coast, you can actually see on a sunny day, you can see France. So you can be in France within an hour. So whether it's a day trip or a weekend away and etc., it's a great place to be. And I think Kent itself has over 50 beaches. So if you don't want to live in Canterbury, you could live on the beach and still travel into the university itself. So plenty of options. Yeah.
It is indeed. Another question comes from the student side about accommodation. We cover it up, and one student asking like, when is the last date of application?
So the last we haven't set a last date. So we're looking at possibly around August, end of August, for the last date. But what I would really advise all students who are interested, please make your applications early. We are issuing CASs for May this year. So with the new student route that's come in, students can apply for their visas 6 months before their course start dates. So, well, it's not even May. At the end of April, we're in the weeks and a half, we're starting to issue CASs. We have many students who are ready, who will be applying for their visas at this stage. But please do pop into Ian Global. We have Canterbury representative based in Dhaka as well, based in Sylhet as well, who can meet you at the Ian Global office to talk through the options. So if you are really interested, then I would advise you make an application early, because courses are filling up as well. So there's only a certain level of students that we can accept into certain courses because of the certain amount of places. So the earlier that you apply, the more time that you have to get everything in place, really, because we will need to advise you on your bank statements and etc. So please do pop into Ian Global's office in Dhaka or Sylhet to talk about the options at Canterbury Christ Church University.
Thank you for your time, Olivia. I'm just asking another question regarding the parents are highly concerned about like this COVID-19 issue, when the university may gonna open and how the class will run on. Could you please address this question, please?
Yeah, so the university has made a decision. It will go to full time, like many other UK universities. It'll go to face-to-face teaching for September. Work has started this week already in terms of planning, organization, safety of students. So I mean, there was a couple of meetings between universities last week, and it does seem like most universities, along with ourselves, it will be September for face-to-face classes. What we do have to remember is we do have to take into consideration the safety of our students, the safety of our staff members, the safety of the community as well. But on a positive note, you know, the UK, I think, is way ahead of any other country in terms of vaccinations. I think we're nearly 35, 40 million people vaccinated in the UK. Our population is only around 67, 68 million. So if you look at the adult vaccination, all adults in the UK should be vaccinated by July, August time this year. International students, so if it's your son or your daughter traveling to the UK, they will be entitled to a free vaccination as well. So when they come to the UK, they will have the opportunity of having a vaccination as well. But we're in a great place in the UK at the moment. You know, we've been in a lockdown. I know in Bangladesh you've only been in lockdown a week and a half, but in the UK we've been in lockdown for a year now. So in that sense, we're in a great place at the moment where infection rates have dropped to the lowest since the start of the pandemic over a year ago. All non-essential retail stores have opened up this week. Restaurants have opened up, and etc. So we are starting to go towards normality, but we've got a long way to go. But we are well ahead of the vaccination, but the safety is number one for our students.
Exactly. Ali bhai, we are nearly close to our live session today, so we would like to tell you, like, if you have any advice for potential students, or if you have any advice for offer holders, so would you please suggest them what they should need to do right now, and please guide them like how they can apply, and if they're having offer letter, how they can secure their offer letter now.
Sure. So if you haven't applied to us and you're looking to apply, I would honestly say apply as soon as possible. Get yourself down or pick up the phone, speak to EN Global. One of their representatives will give you a call to talk through the options to get your application submitted so we can get you through the process, give you more information about the university itself. You can also speak to our university representative who works directly for us based in Dhaka, or if you're based in Sylhet, you can speak to our representative. So we have Nora in Dhaka, Faisal in Sylhet, who will always be going down to the EN Global offices so that we can schedule meetings and appointments at the office for you. If you have got your applications in, please do start sending us your outstanding documents so we can make an unconditional offer for you. You'll get your own logins to the Canterbury student portal as well. But it's important that you get through the process as early as possible and paying your deposits to secure your place on the course. As I said, the courses are filling up fast, but I mean, to everybody in Bangladesh, Canterbury Christ Church University are here to support you through EN Global. You know, we've got a fantastic support structure, having 2 staff members in Bangladesh to support you in different regions with different dialect of speaking. So we've taken everything into considerations in how we support you. So if you've got family in Dhaka, in Chittagong, or in Sylhet, or Kulna, or wherever you're listening in from, and your parents want to speak to either our business development managers in Bangladesh or even myself, please do reach out to Ian Global. If you've got family members in the UK, I'm more than happy to speak to your family members in the UK to go through your options and the study options. Again, just speak to Imam Bhai and his team in terms of getting my mobile number or my email address, and I'm more than happy to speak to your family members to go through the options and what's available. So again, I'm really excited. We're seeing great level of interest from students and families in Bangladesh across the country to study at Canterbury Christ Church University in September. Looking forward to welcoming many of you as possible into the UK in the next few months for the September intake. So please, if you do have any questions, please reach out to Ian Global Office in Dhaka or Sylhet, or my team directly, who will support you through Ian Global.
Thank you, Ali bhai. I'm just covering up a few of more questions. Some students just now they join and they're just asking. Canterbury having 2 intake. One is in September, one is in January. So the upcoming intake is September. So the last deadline of application, he already covered it up. It should be in August, but we would like to let you know that every course having limited seat, and we already having a huge number of applications. So if you are really interested, feel free to contact with Ian Global Education. Our number is providing there, and all our social media. You can knock one of our marketing team or marketing officer, or our counselor will call you back and give you full details how you can make your application. In order to make application, you need to have a few documents. I know it's a pandemic situation, and some student cannot go outside for scanning documents. You don't need to scan your documents. You just take a picture and send it to our counselor in WhatsApp. They can make an application. You need your all academic certificates, mark sheets, and you need your passport, CV, and personal statement. If you do not have your reference letter right now, it's fine. We can apply. You can have a conditional offer letter, but you can give your referee email ID, phone number, and their name, so we can approve that, and university can contract with them in order to justify and verify your reference letter. And the minimum deposit of the tuition fees of Canterbury Christ Church, we would like to tell you that at least you need to make a payment for £5,000. And also, a student who are not eligible for direct entry for honors course, you have an option for foundation course. So if you are slightly below your entry requirements academically or by English, you can apply to Canterbury in order to fulfill your dream. And if you are in master's students, we having so many application for master's applicant for MA in education, or MPhil, or MPA, MPH. Those shop courses also very popular, and business course and MBA as well. So if you need any more information regarding your how to write a personal statement, how to make your application, you can feel free to contact with us. And to be noted that we have branches in Sylhet and Dhaka. If you need any appointment, we are working from home, so you can get an appointment. Our officer can call you either in Skype or they can call you on WhatsApp video call, and they can speak with your parents if you need to. If your parents need to know more details regarding your admission procedures. So it was really great session, Aliva, and it was we are really thanks for your time. And we will get back to you soon again, and we wishing you all the best, and take care.
Thank you.